I am the Red Cyclone! Ah!
This is the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Welcome to your episode 4, 10/28/18. I am your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What's up? What's up?
Chilling, man. Another week, another bunch of stuff coming out, another bunch of stuff to talk about, man. What's happening in your world?
Halloween's coming.
Well, that's this week coming out, but
yes, we're already almost done with like
October. Yeah, I know. It's almost over.
So a lot of big games came out the last 2 weeks. We got Red Dead Redemption, we got Soul Calibur 6, we got Spider-Man and his DLC, New Game Plus finally came out as well.
So much good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. We were just talking about the Soul Calibur and the creative characters, and it's crazy how some of these creative characters are. I'm looking at the White Ranger, and I'm like, that actually looks pretty dope.
Man, if only they didn't get mixed. If only the good ones didn't get mixed in with all the lizard men.
Yeah.
And if you know about the lizard man situation with Soul Calibur, you know what I mean.
All the cool things. Like I see the Blue Samurai Ranger. I seen CJ, the Blue Space Ranger. I see Mastodon, the Black Ranger. I see Lobo. I see. It's a lot of weird characters.
Yeah, anything and everything that's been made by somebody else is in there.
Yeah.
Besides your OC Do Not Steal.
Did you pick it up?
No, I didn't have to. I got the hookup thanks to a homie. There was a mistake at GameStop, and he ended up with 2 versions because he wanted one, and they told him, they gave him incorrect information because he wanted a special edition.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'll just change it to PS4 and let you, because he doesn't have the system. So he's like, all right, you can take the regular one, I'll get the special one, and should he ever get the PS4, I'll just give it back so he can play or whatever. But like, he'll have the Xbox One version anyway.
Cool.
Shout out to the homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hook your friends up. That's what you do.
That's free game, or it's free.
And besides, it's not the old days where you got to worry about people like with greasy fingerprints and all that stuff cracking my disc. I lent a copy of Resident Evil 3 for Dreamcast. That's rare.
Yeah.
To a friend of mine, and it came back with like a circle on the disc, like in a different spot where you can't even put the disc inside. I'm like, how did you even do this? And he's just like, I don't know. I think somebody just touched it. I'm like, motherfucker, you cut off. No more games for you. And I've stuck to that. Like, I'll lend you one, and if it comes back fucked up, no more. Nope. All right, and we're going to take a little break right here just to remind you to follow us on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on SoundCloud. What we do is we have this podcast, the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. We also have the Wrestling Babble podcast that's hosted by Merc with the Mic, who's a frequent guest on my show. And that should be on Merc with the Mic on SoundCloud. We post those on YouTube as well. So you can check the Merc with the Mic podcast out on his YouTube channel, which is also Merc with the Mic. And also you can catch the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast, as well as the various other playthroughs on the RedCycloneInc YouTube channel. Thank you.
I got to a point I just stopped letting shit out.
Yeah, well,
I'm very particular with my shit.
See,
so
that's the positive side of digital stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Can't lend you my digital game.
Yeah.
Don't you dare ask me for my password either. Fuck that. Yeah. So
So
Yeah, that's
you
how
got a
that.
chance to play Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I put the beginning of my Libra Soul playthrough, which is like the story mode. Well, no. They have a story mode for the traditional characters, but they also have, which was like the Edge Master mode that used to be in the first.
Yeah.
I want to say the first 3 games. There was an Edge Master mode. I think in 4 they changed it up. In 5 it was more centered on the story mode, and so this is more of a return to form, and in a lot of different ways, because Soul Calibur 6 is incorporating stuff from, well, I don't want to say incorporating. I want to say they're evolving on stuff that was in 4 and 5 with the supers, the guard break.
Yeah.
There's a new mechanic that has a parry and fall, so it's like the focus attacks from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Where you can absorb a hit and then counter instantly, and you go into this slow motion thing that is like horizontal, vertical, or kicks, and so then you mix in the dodges, and then each character has like different properties during that. So it breaks up the normal flow. I'm not sure yet if it's good or bad because it slows the action down.
Okay.
But the speed of the game is so fast. I think maybe you need that because they didn't put the tech and slow mos in the game. They didn't put the slow mo, supers. So you know what I mean? Like they incorporated that, I guess, that tech, in there in some meaningful way. But we'll see. The competitive thing is just starting, so we'll see how that breaks up. But right now, people are fucking going crazy with the creative character.
Yeah, the ones I got caught my attention are the Power Ranger ones. Just the fact that some of them look like crazy dope, and then some of them just look retarded. Like the Magnum Defender I saw, and that one looks really dope.
Yeah.
They have Korog, the Wolf Warrior, which was a Mystic Force character.
Okay.
He looked like he fit in Soul Calibur. Like the costume he has is like a night costume.
That okay. I know what you're talking about.
So Korag looks like he's connected to Soul Calibur, and that one looks pretty dope. I think they're using Sophia, whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're using her moveset on him.
That's also another thing. You could switch out the genders of the movesets now. I think before you were locked to females having female movesets.
Yeah.
See, I don't really remember 5 too much. I stopped playing that kind of early.
They have Doggy, the Silk Shadow Ranger, which is pretty dope. It's Mr. Ugi's fighting style. You see Dashi, which is the Lion Ranger in Jungle Fury.
Yeah, nice.
He looks pretty dope.
See, people went all in with that because that's a whole different level. You can imagine the normal stuff, the Marvel characters, the DC characters, all that.
Yeah.
But when people start going deep into Ranger lore, people like the game.
Yeah, Ninjor. I saw Ninjor.
What? Whoa, I gotta find that.
I saw Ninjor. I saw White Dino Ranger, which looked pretty cool. I saw the green and gold green and white Ranger. I seen a gold Ranger. I seen the genie. I forgot his name. Solar Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Saw his style and shit like that. So it's cool. Like I see the creativity is coming out on Soul Calibur. The last one I played and really enjoyed, I think, was 2 and 3.
Okay.
And then after that, it kind of fell off of it.
Okay. Yeah, my history is like I usually always play them.
Yeah.
But I don't stay playing them unless they're really good. Like the last one I really stayed playing was 4 because of the creative character.
Yeah.
And I was playing with my friends, so we had a group and we would just play and just be all a bunch of cool ass creative characters and stuff. So
yeah.
Also, I put up a video of a lot of mine, so you can check those out.
Yeah, I did check that out. Yeah, I did check that out. That was
and that was 4. So this one is just as good. So we're gonna go find that. Scott Steiner's in the neighborhood.
Scott Steiner's playing Soul Calibur.
He is upset.
He's mad that no one created Scott Steiner in Soul Calibur. So you have something to make on Soul Calibur 6. You gotta make Scott Steiner.
So not happy. Maybe I will.
You gotta make Soul Calibur. You gotta make Scott Steiner.
Yes.
Guess you'll have like a bat or something. I
think they have that chainmail.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, like it's really good. It plays good. It has an active community right now. The online is not super laggy, so that's good.
That's good.
I heard the PC version is very good with the online, like meaning the speed
Yeah.
and as far as lag is concerned. But I will say there's a downside, quote unquote. On PC, there's people have hacked the created characters to put this one customization, which is a giant rainbow colored cube.
I saw that.
So
I saw that.
it doesn't have a human shape.
Yeah.
That makes it incredibly hard to see what's hitting you.
Yeah.
So you can't fight it. And then there's a bunch of people just showing up online looking like cubes on PC.
Yeah.
Because you can hack that on PC, change what the character looks like and stuff. And it doesn't have a hitbox, so you have to go inside the cube to hit the person. It's bananas. But listen, I will take 1,000 cubes over the lizard man with the giant penises any day. So, thank you.
That's happening too.
Yeah. It is not even the funnier part is that there's nothing that even looks like a penis in there.
Yeah.
It's the creativity of the people playing the game that make that. So it's just fuck. You can't stop them. You can't stop humans.
So, talking about penises.
Oh man.
So I got Red Dead Redemption too, and the first things that pop up on my feed is what people are doing with the snow in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Can you play in the snow?
They're drawing penises in the snow.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You might want to do this. I don't know if this is real. I saw somebody put up not a GIF. It was a still shot. If you write I forgot that letter S, but in I forgot what it's called. It's like not exactly graffiti, but it's a certain style of the letter S. If you write it in the snow, you get all the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really obscure thing to do, but I guess Rockstar knew to let people do that, to write in the snow, and that's just a cheat. And I was like, this can't be real. So check that out.
I'll try that out. I really doubt that will happen, but I'll try that out.
And listen, I didn't see fake on it, so let's see. Day one
like
strats.
Like the old school, like the 6 lines.
Yes, that one.
Okay, I'll try
If you
it.
that in the snow, you get all the guns. This is what I've seen. So
Okay,
yo,
so I'll switch it too. See if I get it or
that's
not.
awesome. If that's real. So okay. So how is it?
Oh my god! All right, so I'm gonna start off. I did do like 2 videos on Twitch. I'll be posting them on YouTube. I did the beginning, the first 3 hours of it.
Nice.
It is big. It like the game. I can feel like it's gonna get overwhelming at times, just because there's so much shit. There's so much things to discover.
That happened to me. The first one that happened to me. It was so much stuff. I still haven't finished it.
So I don't mind it because I'll get over it really fast, but it could get overwhelming. But it has like a realistic feel to it. The graphics are beautiful. Like the game is probably the most beautiful Rockstar game to date, and they take their time to really prove this. But like the scenery, the outside, it reminds me something like a Skyrim in that way. Like just the mountains and the trees and the weather changing, things like that. It looks really nice.
What I'm hearing is it's been 6 years since their last game.
Yeah, 6 years since.
It shows.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time
and don't care what people say. Just take your damn time.
Take your time. Yeah, don't rush games.
So this one is supposed to be a prequel. It's supposed to be before John Morrison gets betrayed by his people.
Oh, the guy, is it Marston? He's the guy from the first game, with the scratches on his face and black and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's in this game.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you save him, and you see how he got the scratches on his face.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So in this game, you see that, and then he's one of the guys part of the crew. So this is before Morrison. Remember in the beginning of part 1 when Morrison got shot by this crew?
Yes.
he got kicked out. This is before then. This is when Morrison joins him and shit like that.
Listen,
You see the son, you see his wife, you see his son.
I remember when he got kicked out because he implored the leader to do something.
Yeah.
I implore you, and like the beginning of that game is super memorable.
Yeah.
So okay, but my question is, who is you playing in this game if you're not him?
So right now you're Arthur. I forgot his last name. That's the character you are right now.
Mhm.
So basically, he has something against John. Like I think that him and John have beef. He did save him and shit like that, and he does take him. Like he took him kind of like one of his own, like his brother kind of shit. So
Mhm.
he kind of has a problem with him in a ways. Like they hint on it, but again, I haven't gotten that far in. So they might go more into the story and why he doesn't like him at this point. But they did save him. He was getting like fucking. He got his face scratched by a wolf, and he was about to get eaten by wolves, and we saved him.
Oh, gotcha.
So
gotcha.
you see the wolves and all that stuff.
Is that becoming a thing in the game? The animals and stuff.
Yeah, the big thing about the game is the hunting animals to skin them and sell their parts and shit like that. This game, you do have to eat. Your guy has to eat. Your guy has to be like to. Your guy has to sleep. You do need to sleep. If you don't sleep, your guy will feel weak. You will have full energy, but you'll take fewer hits to die.
Okay.
As in, if you're full and you eat like that, so it's very critical for you to sleep a few hours. It's very critical for you to eat and heal up and rest and sit down for a few hours and things like that.
Mhm.
It's crazy how realistic it is. Like to a point that, like, say for instance, you commit a crime. If your face is shown, they all see your face and they'll recognize you anytime you go. If you hide your face, then they won't recognize you.
Really? Okay. Understood.
You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to sleep, you have to cut your beard and hair, like, and your hair will grows back. So basically, you have to shave it. So if you shave everything off, within a few like cycles of the days, your hair will start growing back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's a cool like little thing. Those are things that you could possibly see in Grand Theft Auto 6 eventually.
You
It's
get
the
stinky,
fact that
right?
you get stinky, you get mud. Yo, when I got attacked by a bear, you saw the bear claws on my back.
Oh wow.
You see the blood and everything like that. Until I fell in the water, I went into water and shit like that, and I wiped it all off.
Okay. Cool.
But you see the dirt on the person's back. You see, like, say for instance, you pick someone up that you stabbed, and he's bleeding, and you pick him up. The blood is gonna be on you.
Oh shit. Makes sense.
Yeah, like it's really, realistic in that sense. It's crazy how detailed it is.
But does it still have a sense of humor?
Yeah, it still has a sense of humor. It still has its little things here and there too. Like in the beginning of the stories, I've been enjoying. Like you got, there's one mission I just did recently. Is that you get drunk with one of your friends, and they get really fucked up, and then there's points that you're looking for him. So you're going to the bar looking for him, like, hey, where you go? And then you peek into a person's room, they're having sex.
It is him.
No, it's not him. He's like, oh, sorry, my bad. And then you're looking for him. Then you find him, and then you get more. You start drinking more. You start having more fun, and then there's a point that he gets disappear again, and you start looking for him. But every person that you see is him.
Oh shit.
So he's calling him, and then you go back to that room, and you see him looking at himself.
Okay, that's great. Damn.
I was laughing my ass off.
Wait, so
wow.
what are you drinking? Holy shit.
I don't know. They were drinking beers and whiskey.
Man, that's something else right there. Okay.
Yeah, so those are, they still has a sense of humor. You taking care of your horse is a big part of the game. You have to pet it, you gotta feed him, you got just how you gotta feed yourself and shit. You gotta feed your horse, you gotta make sure your horse is good and ready to go. You could that's a big way to make money also, is capturing horses and selling them to stables and shit like that. Because if you get the more wilder they are, or the where they are, the more money you get for them.
I have a question. Can you have any other pets besides a horse? Like a dog?
Not that I've noticed so far, no.
Okay.
Mainly the horse, because that's going to be pretty much your companion and shit. You can leave a lot of like your equipment and stuff on the horse as well. Like say for instance, when you skin animals, you leave the skin on it. If you skin a bear, you roll it up like a blanket and put it on the horse.
Does it attract the attention of wolves?
Not
That would be cool if they added that.
sometimes they do. Like say for instance, you leave the carcass there, they'll.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's realistic in that sense. And then, like, you do need to have like a winter coat on you. Like say for instance, when you leave your camp, they'll tell you make sure you have a winter outfit inside your horse. Like your horse's saddle.
Yeah.
So if you don't, like, there's parts in the stages, like especially up the mountains, it gets really cold and it's snowing. You start off there. You start off in that area.
Oh, can you pee in the snow?
Not that I know of, but I've seen people make dicks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so realistic. It's so like it's real. Like it's actually they really did a lot to like put details into everything in this game, and I give them all the credit in the world. And it still feels like a Rockstar game in the end. Like they didn't really change the gunplay because the gunplay was fucking great when it was in the first one.
Yeah, it was simple enough, man.
So they didn't really change that at all. Like that's done. The Deadeye is pretty much the same. Like that, those things in that sense is the same. It's just now it just looks a lot more prettier. It looks a lot more detailed. Again, you get shot, you see the blood, you see everything. It is like really realistic. I can't wait to get more into it. But I'll be posting up my first 2 videos, just letting this beginning and feeling the game out. I'll probably draw some dicks in the first video. So,
I got a question. Do they have the first person mode that they put in later in GTA 5?
which one?
The first person mode. Does
It's
Red have a first
there.
person?
Yes.
Oh
It's
shit!
there.
Nice.
Yeah. You find that out in the beginning too.
Okay, cool. So I can't wait to see some stuff from the first person event.
Yeah, like when you're riding the
you.
horse, you just see the head of the horse.
Yeah. Can you look down and see like your hands and feet?
Yeah.
Like when you're sitting on it? Oh, that's pretty funny. 'Cause I remember, old school games, it would just not be, it would just be all horse and no you.
No,
So
you see his hand on the saddle.
Okay.
And rope. So
See,
yeah,
they can.
And like say for instance you're in the winter time and you don't have gloves on and you're trying to shoot, it affects your hand.
Oh, all right. That's pretty good.
So you have to make sure you have gloves on. You have to make sure you have the winter shit on.
I'm just saying, there better be a big assortment. Because I know that online you can actually see the other people's character. So I don't want it to be just a bunch of dudes in brown coats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it better be a very, very varied assortment of stuff. Kind of like, GTA has just a shit ton of clothes.
Yeah.
But the first Red Dead, the outfits were locked behind like events that you had to do and how many XYZ did you kill or capture and stuff. So
I know.
what do you see? What do you see? Can you buy stuff?
So you could buy stuff, but like with outfits and stuff, I know you could craft like new jackets and shit if you get certain animal skins and stuff like that. But that's what I've seen.
Okay.
But I know you could buy some things as well. But I haven't got to the cities to buy like clothes wise.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually steal people's hats and shit too.
Oh, what? Can you take boots?
No.
Damn, that's the cowboy thing. You're supposed to take his boots.
Yeah.
Kill him and take his boots.
So like the hats fall off, and this is one thing that people are complaining about. So like say for instance you get hit and shot towards the head, or if you duck really fast or get punched in the face, your hat will fall off. And people have a problem with finding their hat where the hat will go.
Oh, wow. So that means Rockstar needs to put it on the mini map.
No, not even. Yo, if your hat's not there, it's in your horse. Your horse always has that hat.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice. They
Your
knew.
horse,
Damn.
Your horse
Damn.
has the hat in its satchel. So
Okay,
if you do
Rockstar.
happen to lose it, it's in the horse.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Because I lost my hat a couple of times, and I went back to look for it. Like, yo, where the fuck my hat go? I'm gonna take your hat instead.
Nice.
I just took a random hat.
I'm gonna take your hat and your horse. Keep it moving.
And yeah, there's like a good and bad. So you could be a really good guy and do a lot of good things.
There's a morality thing. Yes.
And there's a bad one as well. So like say for instance, if you steal a horse in a stage, like during a mission,
Mhm.
If you return the horse, you get good morale.
Really? Wow. Wow. That sounds a lot harder to get though, because
Yeah.
you can imagine you don't go back to the person and giving back the horse you stole.
You just say my bad
Oh,
and buy
shit.
more beer.
And they expect the person not to pull out a gun and shoot at you, because I've seen when people. Okay, I'll give you an example. The gameplay footage I saw was, I think it's some of Giant Bomb, like they were doing it the first day it came out. The guy was running like down a path, and he ran head first into another person on a horse and flew off. So he got up to beat the guy up, and he knocked him over, and the guy shot at him and killed his horse. So the player stole the guy's horse. He's like, "You killed my horse. I'm taking your horse." And the guy, like, he was like, "Oh, wait a second now," and he had his gun away because he was finished shooting. So he was like, "Don't you point that at me!" And he casually walked back to his horse, got back on his horse, and as soon as the player put the gun away, he took his gun back. He took his gun back out. And I'm like, "Oh shit! The computer is crafty."
Yeah.
So you steal somebody's horse or bump into them the wrong way, you might be into a fucking life or death situation. So
It's really good though. Like, I'm really loving the game. I can't wait to have more time to really play, sit down and play. That's what I'm going to do. Like when I'm home or when my next day's off, which I'm not doing shit. I'm just going to play.
Gotcha. Good stuff, man.
But yeah, Red Dead Redemption definitely a must get. It got 10s everywhere.
I mean, look, a 6 year, 6 year in the waiting game.
Yeah.
It better get, glowing review scores. Like, this is like what happened with what was the last game that took an extremely long cycle? It was like the last Uncharted took a very long cycle between the last one, and then it came out and it was good. Spider-Man had a very long cycle, remember? And they even delayed it.
Yeah.
And guess what? That delay helped them craft whatever it was trying to do, and it came out, and you have it. You know how good it is.
Yeah.
Like, that just speaks to, please take your time when you make a video game.
Yeah.
No need to rush.
Red Dead delayed once.
Ah, okay.
It delayed from March to October.
And that's I was about to say, it's interesting because Rockstar games, you usually hear the date early, and then you hear the push.
Yeah.
And then you hear the push, and then you hear the push. Like, that happens a lot. Cause I remember the 5, it was like that. It was like it got pushed back more than once. So
4 too.
So I'm glad it's good.
Yeah, I love the game. Talking about Spider-Man. Spider-Man's DLC just came out this week as well.
Nice.
The Black Cat, the heist, which it pretty much introduces Black Cat. It deals with the gang war, the turf war in New York City after Kingpin's locked up.
Always happens.
Hammerhead is probably the main villain.
Sure.
They showed him a little bit, but they haven't showed him like really in the game yet.
Tombstone in there? He is in there, right?
Tombstone was in the game. Yeah, he was like a biker game.
Oh, he's not connected to Hammerhead?
No.
Okay.
But,
I'm used to the as well.
Yeah, so pretty much Black Cat gets Spider-Man to help her out, saying that they have her son captured, which got Spider-Man thinking that it was his son.
Oh, why? Because they have a previous relationship?
They had a previous relationship, and Spider-Man went wrong. Oh.
But that's interesting. Okay. Because you played the entire game. So is that ever brought up before the DLC? It did? Oh, okay. See, people know, but the thing that's interesting about that part is that was never a topic of discussion when I've ever heard the game.
Yeah.
And that's actually a very, that's deep.
Yeah. They kind of mentioned that they had a past relationship. He does talk about it when you do her little missions in the main game, and in the DLC they go a bit more into it.
Okay, cool.
And then Mary Jane gets a little jealous.
Obviously, why not?
Well, one thing I give credit in the DLC, because I got to finish it, I did the whole thing, and it was really great, really fun. Wasn't that long, but it was a good amount of time, a good amount of story that it left me satisfied with it. And it was that you see Spider-Man actually eat a pizza.
Was it from that one shop? The one that's close to the water? The mission?
Nah, I don't actually. You know what? I had to look it up, look more into the details, see if they actually did that as an Easter egg. But the fact that he ordered a pizza and just sat down and ate it, and there was a cutscene of just him eating this pizza, I was happy. I was like, at least he got to eat something. Because the whole game, he hasn't eaten shit. So,
he ate it as Spider-Man?
yeah,
Or-
like he ordered the pizza and they left it on the roof for him.
Nice. That's really cool. That's like some Ninja Turtle shit right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
leave it outside the sewer grate. Huh? From the movie.
Yeah.
Put the money down here.
So that was actually really cool. The DLC was a lot of fun. I would suggest if you do want to do that, definitely just get the season pass. There's 3 of them coming out. They all have release dates. I think the next one is in January or February.
Okay.
They every 3 months. So
All right.
came out this month, so it'll be November, December. It'll be January.
Does
Then
it
the
add?
following-
I was gonna ask you, does it add any suits or anything to the game?
Yeah, they added the Scarlet Spider #2, which was Kane's
Oh, they
costume.
put that one in it. Oh shit, that's
That
the one I
one was
wanted
cool.
too. The red
Yes.
and black one.
Yeah, that one's in it.
Is it good though?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
looks
good?
good. It looks
Okay,
really good.
okay.
I like it.
That's
I
all
took
care about.
yeah, that was
Is it
really
dope?
cool. The British Spider-Man from if you
I've seen
read
the poster that had
Spider-Verse.
all of them. I've seen the
Yeah.
poster. Yeah.
So it had him, and then also had a Berserk suit which they made.
Does the British one change his voice?
No, it was just a
Oh.
suit.
Boo.
Yeah.
That'd be
You're not
funny.
changing the guy in the suit.
No,
You're
I
just
know,
changing
I
the
know.
suit.
But that would be cool Easter egg. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's got a different accent now.
Yeah. So yeah, the British suit is okay. I'm not crazy about the upside down spider it has on its back, but
Hmm.
it's alright. The Scarlet Spider too, I think is my standout of the suits
Okay.
because it looks really cool. I didn't like the custom one they made with the current colors and shit. I didn't really care for that one. I usually just stick with the main game costume because I actually really like that costume,
Okay.
the white spider.
Mhm.
So that's the main one I really use. Like I like the other suits, but that one's the main one I use.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Scarlet Spider 2 is dope though.
Nice.
So you got Scarlet Spider 1 and 2.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So happy.
So you're gonna get 3 new costumes each DLC.
They'll never put Kane though. They'll never put the regular Kane.
Oh, with the
The one with
fucked
the
up
hair.
face?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, with the black stuff on this. Yeah.
I don't think they put them.
No. I would, but here's my thing. Some of that stuff, like you said, is probably gonna get lost to time because it'll never be in a game. So I would just like one game to just put every Spider-Man costume in it, just to say we did it. But just because no other game will, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, yeah,
never gonna get anything because it wasn't that popular. That was
Yeah.
from one of the most disliked things about Spider-Man. But that costume was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But at
and
least
Ben
they got
Reilly
this
as well. And Ben
Yeah.
Reilly.
That's the one I want to see. I want to see Ben Riley's Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
That's what I want to see. And if I had to pick another one, I like maybe the House of M Spider-Man.
I'm not familiar with that one. What they do? Change up the colors and stuff?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. The spider. It was like a full spider on the suit, but it was with, like all webbed up. It looked pretty cool.
Mm. I would like to see the Superior Spider-Man, like
That
the
one,
straight
that
up, the
that
straight
would
up
be
Superior Spider-Man.
That one, that's another one I would like to see because this costume and a lot of the gadget kind of
Yeah,
is from
it goes
Superior.
together.
Yeah, I would like to see Superior. So Superior, yeah, those are the 3 I would like to see, and Future Foundation.
And that's the white one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I actually thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty nice.
But DLC is a lot of fun. Easy to play, easy to go through. A lot of fun stuff.
Cool. Glad to hear it was actually worth it. You know, worth the wait.
Yeah.
Did you also try out the New Game Plus?
New Game Plus is pretty solid. Pretty much I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. I did start the videos on that. I put the first 2 videos. Little by little I'm getting through it. But Red Dead kind of took time away from it. So I'll be going back into it later on. But it's a lot of fun. Again, it's adding basically your superpower going into the game. But playing on the hardest difficulty really helps.
Nice.
And that web blast is great.
Yeah, Web Blossom is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Oh, did they give you any new powers?
Not really.
Okay.
No, no. Like when in the DLC you have like a bomb. You have to look for these bombs on the cars, and you use a spider droid for it. So you see the robot spider, which Superior Spider-Man actually created those.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, they did like the little things like that. Speedball had like races and things.
On New Warriors?
No, Well, what's her name? Is it Speedball? Anyway, it's a new
hair person.
It's a girl. It's a new character from. It's a new character from the Brand New Day series of Dan Slott's.
Okay.
That she's kind of like. She kind of like records herself fighting Spider-Man, and she gets tweets. She goes for like getting like followers and shit like that when she does it. So yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, those are fun. But Spider-Man is a lot of fun. Definitely check it out.
Good. That's awesome.
But yeah, my main thing is the fact that Red Dead came out, so I'm gonna take a little time off of Spider-Man to play some Red Dead. They're both long games, both amazing games. So
awesome. I'm glad to hear they're both good, worth the wait.
Yeah.
Awesome. Got anything else, Mark?
There's a lot of like cool shit on Netflix right now. Daredevil season 3 was amazing.
I didn't finish the entire thing. I think I'm up to I'm up to the exact part from the trailer.
Okay.
I'm Daredevil. That part.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
was honestly awesome.
I really
that was really cool.
This was the best season so far. Or up there.
I haven't gone back to watch one, so I can't really remember. It's not as fresh in my mind, unfortunately.
It's on par with one with it. Like season 1 was my favorite.
Okay.
Because I had to build the king.
Mine as well.
I had to build the Kingpin and build up and that's the thing is the fact that this had some of the best villain build-ups.
Yeah, like they take the time to build up the entire thing.
Like Bullseye's story is interesting, and it gets more and more interesting as it goes along. So
it's an interesting way to do it in a real world setting and not just make it kooky.
Yeah.
Looking at you, was it Colin Farrell?
Yeah. They do have a bunch of horror stuff on Netflix. Some of them just check out the house on Hilltop or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Was that the Rob Zombie movie or no?
No, it's a Netflix series.
Okay.
It was really good. It's about a creepy house.
I'm thinking about The Hills Have Eyes. That's Rob Zombie.
Yeah. No, that's not Rob Zombie either.
No, didn't he
House
remake
of 1,000 Corpses is his.
Oh, that's his. Yeah. But didn't he do a Halloween too?
Yes, he did the first Halloween, and he did the second one, which was terrible.
The second one was terrible. Okay. Gotcha.
So the one is called Haunting on Hill House.
Really?
Which is a Netflix series, a really good series. I'm almost finished the whole thing. I'm at the 4th episode. It's been really good so far. Sabrina the Teenage Witch has a remake.
Is it a show? Real life?
It's based on the comic book.
Yeah, the Archie comic.
Yeah, so it's based on but actually the current comic.
Is it still done by Archie?
It's done by an Archie company, yes, but it's a totally different comic.
Okay, but it's still the same characters. It's still the Sabrina, Salem, and
but
stuff.
It's a lot more darker.
Really? Oh shit!
It's called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. That one's actually put up. My girlfriend Jack has been watching it. I've been just watching from the side, but
it's a cartoon or it's real life?
No, it's a real show.
What? Okay.
That one's actually really good. Yeah, I finished The Dragon Prince. That was actually really good.
What's that?
It's an anime with the people that did Voltron.
Holy shit! All right, now I'm interested.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Yeah, they have some really good, cool stuff. Definitely check out. And then Castlevania season 2. So check it out.
I have not seen. Yes, I'm interested. It's longer than the first one, which I like because the first one was only like 4 episodes.
Yeah, this one's 8 episodes.
Double the fun. So, and they already got confirmed for season 3.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing this one is a slow burn because they take the time and don't rush it because I know they have 4 episodes in the first one, so they had to go. Go.
Yeah.
And so I hear it's a little bit slower, so it's good.
You know what I found on Netflix recently?
What?
I didn't even know there was a part 2. Tales from the Hood 2.
Fuck. Nope. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
know
on Netflix.
Who's the star? I
Uh,
remember. Wasn't like no Mike. Not Mike. Wasn't Omar Epps in one of those? The
Yeah.
dark skinned dude with the like the fade. Yeah.
Keith David's in it. He's like the
Really?
telling the story.
All right. You know what? I'm interested.
Yeah, I put it on my list. Like I was like, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get into that. After I finish Daredevil and then watch Castlevania, it's Tales from the Hood too.
Yeah.
We doing it. Yep.
Yeah. But Daredevil was fantastic. Definitely watch it.
Scott Steiner is back.
Scott Steiner like interrupting shit, y'all. You mad rude for no fucking.
Holla if you hear me.
Also, one thing that's not hard, but it's actually pretty good. I actually watched the whole thing. Adam Sandler has a stand-up on Netflix, which he does his concert. He does a lot of his old jokes and things like that. It was actually really fun to watch.
Now, see, I'm not familiar with Adam Sandler as a stand-up comedian.
So
that's
Adam
interesting.
Sandler back in the day used to have comedy CDs.
Wow.
He
Is
had
that
like,
where his characters originated?
a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of the voices and shit that he did were.
Really?
Definitely check them out. There's one called "They're All Gonna Laugh at You," which is probably one of my favorite ones.
Mhm.
There was
I think I remember that. Wasn't he the one that made the "They're all gonna laugh at you"?
yes,
Yeah, that is him. Okay. Okay.
yeah. So back in the early '90s, he had the comedy CDs. David Spade, Rob Schneider, and all them voice characters on them as well.
Mhm.
He did have a lot of songs on them, which the longest kicker, the lonely kicker, I think it was like actually a music video.
Okay.
And then one of the first ones he performed was Lunch Lady Land on Saturday Night Live.
I remember the Lunch Lady.
Yeah, so he does he does a stand up. He does a lot of those old songs, and he actually does a lot of the skits and stuff like that. It's a really fun stand up. Definitely check it out.
Okay. That sounds very interesting.
Yes, I like Adam Sandler. I'm one of the few people that still love his movies.
Mm.
I always found them funny. Like to this day, even the worst ones, I still find funny. So I'm like, that's okay.
I mean, listen, I'm a Nicolas Cage fan, so I can appreciate art that people don't think it's art. This is put it that way.
Especially Nicolas Cage.
Especially Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Making faces and stuff.
One thing I check out the trailer for Superman Reign.
Superman Reign.
Yeah.
What's
Reign. That's REGIN.
Yeah.
It's
What's that
anime coming out. So the Superman cartoon animated movie is coming out. Is based on. Remember when Superman died and there was the 4 Supermen, Superboys, Man of Steel.
I had all of those comics when it first happened.
The alien and the cyborg.
Yes.
They're doing the anime of that.
Whoa! Okay, now what company's doing that?
DC, the anime.
No, I mean, do you know a studio like what they've done? Because if it's an anime, I want to know.
It's the DC universe, the cartoon. Whoever does
whoever does it,
yeah.
like, usually does this. Though.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
It looks really good.
So, you mean wait? You saying it's out already?
Nah, that's the trailer's out. Definitely check out the trailer.
Okay.
I think it comes out in January.
Damn, that's a little while to wait. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
but it looks really cool. It looks. I like what they're doing with it. It looks actually pretty dope.
Nice. See, I'm all about just all types of.
And it has Superboy. It has Man of Steel. It has the Alien Superman. It has the Cyborg Superman. It's going with that storyline when Superman was dead. I guess they will have the return with the black shit.
With the black stuff on, yeah, with
You
the
better have
Jerry
his
curl, with the mullet. Excuse me, with the goddamn long mullet, the bracelets, and the gun. Remember the gun?
His country mullet.
I do. Superman had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
He had a big ass gun.
Yeah. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I like when they do shit like that. So I did like the Death of Superman anime. So I guess it's a sequel from that.
Yeah.
They did a new one. They did a new Death of Superman one that came out recently. They did one back in the day. Like
that's the old one.
It was one of the first ones, but they did a new one recently. It was really good. It was really close to the comic too.
Okay, cool. My favorite memory of the original one was at the end when Superman got his powers back and he punched the cyborg Superman's mouth off.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the whole thing. It's like, oh, he was about to kill him with the kryptonite beam because I think wasn't he really Metallo or something like that?
No, it was Superman. It was just the fact that he just went evil. He just went.
No. The cyborg, that wasn't him. It was somebody else.
Yeah.
That's.
I think it was
apparently he's like an old villain. I think it is. He's not Metallo, but he had the kryptonite thing, like Metallo, in his chest. I think it was. He was gonna shoot him. And Superman he didn't know when he shot him, he ended up giving his powers back. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And then Superman just stood up and punched his jaw off, and I was like, oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
I mean, Superman has some good comics.
Yeah. Do you remember, did you like the Death in Return when it came out?
No.
Okay.
I didn't like the death of Superman because of the fact that I knew what Superman was for DC, and I thought this is just a cheap way to try to make money off of him, which pretty much what it was. Is the fact that they killed him for maybe less than a year and then brought him back.
Gotcha.
They brought him back because they hit Batman couldn't do it by himself. Batman wasn't being written really good at the time.
Oh, yeah, I imagine that. Like, I bet you nowadays you could get away with it, but back then, no.
Yeah.
They tried it. They tried it.
I think DC has good enough heroes that they could be fine without Superman or Batman.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though people will bitch, oh no, you can't now do. Yeah, you can get rid of Batman. The fact that you have Nightwing.
They tell you they love Batman, but as soon as they see his penis, they hate him. So you know what? You can't take their word for it. Sorry. People don't like him. They don't like him that much.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah, thank you for putting it on my radar. So now I will keep an eye out for that. That's one of my favorite DC things. Like, I know I was a dumb kid, but whatever. Like those comic books were actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and I liked the covers that it was just.
I love the cover.
You saw the character.
That made me a Steel fan.
Yeah,
that made me a Steel fan.
The Shaq made me not a Steel fan.
Can we just say, I think yesterday was the not anniversary. It's been way more than a year, but Shaq, his album, I think it was, damn it, I forget the name of Shaq's first album. It is one of the anniversaries of when it went platinum.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think my pops had that album, the actual vinyl.
Yeah.
God, what's the name of this? It's not Shaq Solo. I'm thinking of the one I got Skills. Let me see, Shaq albums. And if you think about it, he has a lot more than you think. He had like 5 albums.
Yeah, I know.
No, Shaq Diesel.
Yeah.
So shout out to Shaq Diesel. Ruining Steel for every, but low key not ruining it because realistically they weren't gonna do shit with it.
That's true.
You know, whatever. It is a terrible movie. I recommend watching just the part where he's scaling the building. It's the most bootleggy shit I've ever seen.
Yes.
I remember being, I probably saw it maybe in my early 20s, way after. I never saw that in the movie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I never saw it on VHS. I saw it on TV years later, but still, that was Batman 66 levels of camp. You remember when they climbed the building? They did it like inch by inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. It was.
But at least in Batman's excuse, it was 1966.
96. What's your excuse, Steve? And then they had the grapple when he went up, and he was like stiff, and he went up straight side. Like, imagine as a human being. Okay, you know how Batman grapples buildings, right?
Yeah.
All cool and shit. Now you imagine Steel or Shaq just raises his lumbering arms in a straight line, straight up, and he's pulled slowly in that same pose. It's so bad.
That grappling gun has to hold a lot of weight because
he had the suit on and he's Shaq. God.
Yeah. So he's a 7'2" dude with a bunch of steel lines.
It's so impractical.
And he already raised about 325.
Yeah, that was when he was at his biggest too.
Yeah. That's retarded.
Big boy. That was a big. Yeah, it wasn't good. Wasn't good.
Don't watch
No bueno. No, you should watch it. You should
No.
watch it and Kazam.
it. No. I don't wish
So
that.
bad.
I don't wish that upon anybody.
It's so bad.
You
Just
watch
to
it at
remember.
your own risk.
Yeah, just so you remember what the 90s, what it did have in store for you. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you think it was a great time for cinema? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Play Shaq Fu too.
Oh, don't no. Listen to the album, Shaq Fu. Get an album, Shaq Fu. Listen to that. You'll probably get more enjoyment out of that. Don't
Shaq
play that.
Fu. Play Shaq Fu. Look
Don't
for
play
it.
Shaq Fu. The Return, I think it was.
Bye.
That's no good either.
That wasn't good. I got it for free and it wasn't good.
That's no good.
They
I was
gave it-
hoping it was good.
They gave me it for. It was retarded. Like, it wasn't. It made me laugh. It was a lot of dumb shit in the game that just made me laugh. Like, you fight a lady's ass. You're
That's
literally
an enemy?
fighting. Yes, you fight a lady's ass. There's a fake ass and it had two faces, and you fought the ass.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
So it had some funny shit in it. It was like over the top kind of shit. Gameplay
Yeah.
sucked and everything.
Yeah, it was just
I didn't pay
really
for it.
bad.
I
Yeah,
didn't pay for it.
yeah. No bueno.
I had the NBA Playground, and for some reason they gave us Shaq Fu 2 for free.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, I'll download it for free. Why not?
Yeah,
It was
support.
retarded.
It was not no bueno. No
Yeah.
bueno. Put the little dunce hat on it. No
Yeah.
bueno.
And then he had like superpowers, which none of them was a steel suit, which pissed me off. I was like, why is he even turning into steel?
He has the the tattoo, just like Braun Strowman has a tattoo.
Yeah, he turned into a cactus.
What? All right, listen.
Yeah.
Did he even sign off on that? Was he aware?
Yeah, he was hyping it. He was telling everyone to
No, I
play
mean the
it.
cactus part.
I don't know.
I know he was all over the branding. He did the voice too, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, did he know about the cactus?
I think it was his idea. I don't know why, but I think it was his idea. It sounds corny. Something he was
Colby, how my ass tastes. All right, Shaq.
oh man.
All right. So before we close out the show, I'll just run down some of the things. I mean, because really the start of the show was Red Dead, but what else came out this week? There was actually something I'm actually looking forward to, because I own both the original on PlayStation and the PSP remake.
Yeah.
And there's a collection. I'm assuming it's for Halloween, probably, but like Castlevania Safety of the Night, and they're re-releasing it for PS4 alongside Rondo of Blood.
Oh, nice.
But it's not. See, here's my only problem with the entire thing, is that aside from them not using the Xbox Live PSN version,
Yeah.
which was basically the original game that had a few things done to it. Like the Xbox version has like custom screens for it. It has like borders and all that stuff. Like they did some work to it.
Yeah.
And score attack and all. Score. I don't know how you check score in that game. I think maybe it's by money or something. I forgot, but it has something to see who had a high score, which is weird. But they went ahead and used the PSP version, which it had some new content added. Like you could actually, I believe you could unlock Maria, she was only in the Saturn version previously, which never came out in America, and it had cut content. I don't think they finally put the cut content in, so that's probably not going to be in there. But they did put Maria from the PSP version, and she was pretty overpowered, which that's not really a big deal because that's not a hard game anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's only mildly difficult when you get to the upside down castle, and then once you get like a good weapon and some decent armor, it's okay. But I'm kind of upset they didn't put that redone Rondo of Blood version, because they actually made a 3D version of Rondo of Blood, which wasn't bad. It had some decent voice acting, and it was kind of their effort to update a game from like the SNES by using 3D instead of sprites.
Yeah.
But I think this one is just getting a HD version of the Super Nintendo version of the game. Or maybe it's the TurboGrafx, because that game came out on multiple systems as well.
Yeah.
The TurboGrafx one was actually better because I think that one was CD based. Yeah, I think it was. So
Yeah. TurboGrafx or CD.
yeah, the Turbo
The
CD.
CD in the car.
Yes, the card. So I'm not exactly sure which version of Rondo it is, but it's actually a $20 package, and you get both, which is actually pretty good because
Cool.
not for nothing. I could definitely see them charging 20 for the Castlevania by itself because that never came out
Yeah.
on a downloadable system. Like that version of the game literally was the last time anybody ever played it, like, or it was ever released on anything. It was the PSP.
Yeah.
So I could see that. Again, the reason why it's not good is because you don't get the "what is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets." All that really, like, people would call it bad, but having watched a speedrun of the game recently, where you play through and can't skip the cutscenes and stuff, it's not really bad voice acting. It's like deliberate.
Yeah.
It's deliberately, like, each character has a specific, like, way that they're over the top. Alucard is over the top quiet, very just monotone. Maria is like kind of points that out. So it's not just that Alucard is just a bad voice actor. He has motivation. Like the person playing him is like, okay, I'm not supposed to be this happy guy. I'm not supposed to be angry. I'm literally just here to do a thing, and then I'm gone. So it's not it's emotions. And Dracula very much has emotion, and his voice actor, I believe they said his voice actor is the same voice actor as Chris Redfield, which is fucking blows my mind. Like the difference between the PlayStation 1 Chris Redfield and he's still around doing, like, the guy in 5 that punched boulders. I think it's the same guy as Dracula, not the old school. Oh, watch out! No, the one, because if you play Resident Evil 1, the voice acting is real bad.
Yeah, so when they say, "Oh, they gotta pick Chris Redfield," like, which one?
Yeah, there's more than one. No. I don't think it's the old school Chris Redfield. It's the current Chris Redfield. Yeah.
Because it's the same voice in Marvel's Capcom.
Yes, that guy. Open fire. That guy. Yes. So that's just a bit of video game trivia. But like, man, I don't know. It's something I feel some type of way of them bringing that out. Like, I thought I was the only one that was like remember that was a thing, so I thought that was cool. So that's it. And then also we had Canada Cup 2018. I believe it's not done because usually how fighting game tournaments are, they go on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So there's probably still some grand finals wrapping up today. But what that is that's a fighting game major, which has various video games, Tekken, Street Fighter 5, what else? Blaze Blue, Central Fiction, I think it is. Yeah. Is the one that's currently Cross. Blaze Blue Cross.
Yeah, Cross.
Like the main Central Fiction is there, but like the main one now is Cross Tag Battle.
Yeah.
But and Dragon Ball, obviously. But the reason why Canada Cup is actually really special because it's one of those majors that's super community driven, and they also make sure to pay respects to the older fighter games by actually having tournaments with cash prizes for older games. So what I was telling you earlier was like Capcom stepped up and they added to a $7,000 to the pot, I believe, for Street Fighter. I mean, for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which it's an old school game.
Yeah.
So like that's
a favorite. It's a favorite.
Yeah, it's a super fan favorite. Yeah. Like Third Strike is there. There's actually a Marvel Infinite tournament, which remember that's supposedly a dead game. There's Marvel 3. There's Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4, has so many titles. There's Injustice, which hasn't been in the spotlight for a while. Guilty Gear, XR R2, Super Turbo, freaking Melee, Smash Wii U, Other Night in Birth, which is a very, very underrated fighting game. If you've never heard of that, look that up. It's really good. Soul Calibur 6 actually had a tournament, even though it just came out. And this is one I'm telling you that was kind of special to me because I know of it, and it's a super obscure game. It's called Sailor Moon S for the Super Nintendo, and it's literally a Sailor Moon fighting game.
Oh, sweet!
But it's like Turtles Tournament Fighter, where the people making it paid a lot of attention to detail, and they balanced it out, and it's really good.
Oh, nice.
So like that's another one that's to the test of time. They actually brought back Pokken, which is crazy. Like it's been a while since Pokken's had like a tournament out on a big stage.
Where's my tournament fighter tournament?
I'm surprised I don't see it, but usually a tournament like Canada Cup will have tournament fighter.
They should,
but not this one. And they have KOF 14 and 98, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So, like I said, like this is one of the super community driven, even though it has a support and it's a major tournament.
Yeah.
But I love that aspect of it. Also, I wanted to bring a special shout out to the Canadian player in Guilty Gear XR that played this year that used a steering wheel and made it to top 8. He tied for 5th place in the Rev 2 tournament, but like dude made it to the main stage and he took out like killers, really, like people who play this game super hardcore and win tournaments and all that, like no joke. And his name is Initial T, and if you know the anime Initial D, like you see the obvious reference, but man's is dope with a freaking steering wheel controller. That's outlandish. I've never seen that. Like I've seen Guitar Heroes, I've seen all types of weird custom fight sticks, I've seen hitboxes, which has become normal, but never a wheel used to any actual effect. So good on this dude, and crazy. And he didn't pick a character that's like only press one button. Like he was legitimately doing some high level stuff on the stream. So make sure you check that out.
I was watching it, and I was like, okay, I can't play like that, and I can't play like that with a regular day controller.
But wow, it's amazing to see. Like I said, check that out. All you have to do is Google Canada Cup steering wheel, and it'll show up. Canada Cup 2018 steering wheel, or Guilty Gear steering wheel, and then it should come out. But like I said, props to them, props to everybody involved. Good on these guys for keeping the fighting game alive in Canada, fighting game tournament scene on a big stage alive in Canada. It's cool. This is also a Toronto-based tournament, just in case you want to know like which part of Canada it is, because Canada is huge. You know what I mean? And you can check out all the stuff related to it on Twitch. If you just hit Canada Cup, you'll find I think they have 2 pages running the different tournaments on streams, but I think companies are also like usual. Street Fighter, Capcom will have their Street Fighter, it's called Capcom Fighters. They'll have that channel running the Street Fighter tournament. Spooky will have tournaments. Like there's a bunch of people who regularly stream tournaments, and you can find all the footage there. So check that out this weekend. And that's about it. The only other shout out I want to give is because it's Halloween time. The Super Best Friends, which they're really popular on YouTube, but they do their annual shitstorm. They're up to 7, and what that is that they go through. I think every day. It seems like every day they find one horror game to play. And they're mostly indie stuff, but they'll also dip back into like mainstream stuff. So recently they did the PSP version of Manhunt 2, which I didn't know existed. Manhunt's really gory for no reason, man. But it's not gory enough because they censor it by using really weird filters on it. It's a weird solution for a problem that they shouldn't have. But there's a lot of stuff going on there. I just wanted to shout out one game in particular that left a really big impression on me. It's called Night Ripper.
Okay.
And it's the aesthetic of the game is a throwback to like I want to say late 80s, maybe mid 80s, like that really synthesized, because it's got like a super synth heavy soundtrack. It's got scan lines in the video. It's got a very specific look to like the text, all the text used. It has that really familiar blood red font with the rips in it, like you know what I mean, like Friday the 13th looking. And it's got a super saturated look to it. And I think it was made by a company named, I want to see it here, Vague Scenario LLC. So if you ever want to check that out, it's an indie game. The reason that one stood out to me is because it's got like just this very direct thing to it. You're a woman who's like, I think she's a waitress, and you have to make it to your home, but you leave work super late. So it's literally just a realistic scenario of a woman trying to make it home, just fucked up. But it's got this super just dumb, the way they have the killer is just this dude that drives around in a car, and if he sees you, he just pops out and just fucking stalks you and murders you, just stabs you and turns you around, and like you see, the last thing you see before you die is his like blurry mask.
Yeah.
But the whole game has this overlay of scan lines and it's a little blurry and stuff, and it's just super desolate, like you're walking in a wasteland. It's like if you worked in a diner in a post-apocalyptic future and you had to get home.
Yeah.
And so it's funny. It's not super high tech. Doesn't have the next gen cutting edge graphics, but it's just something about it. The way you have to try to outmaneuver the killer is just like pretty cool in a horror game sense.
Yeah.
Like it kind of reminds me a little bit of Friday the 13th, but not so much the camp one, just like the new one, like Avoid Jason.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Night Ripper. Such a stupid game. Oh, and that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you check out the It Gets Better I Swear podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, and we do also post it on Tumblr, and we post it on our WordPress. And all of those are RedCycloneInc. On the same token, also check out Merc with the Mic. He's also got all of those: YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, as well as the Tumblr where we put up the Wrestling Babble. We just did one earlier, and the main topic of that one was evolution.
Yeah.
So check that out. Watch it. If this doesn't go out the day of, if you can get access to the WWE Network, watch it. $9.99 or new subscribers is free, so do it. Check that out.
Jericho's name on the WWE Network, you get 2 months free.
Nice. Shout outs to Jericho, doing big things.
Yes.
Sold out the cruise, I saw.
Yeah, he's on the cruise now.
Oh, it's going on. Oh yeah, I saw Cody Rhodes post a picture out with the sailor outfit.
Yeah.
Captain was the quotation for the picture. Awesome.
Yeah, he's up there now. Rey Mysterio is actually over there.
Nice.
There's a lot of controversy. Like, oh, Rey Mysterio. No, that was an agreement for him to be able. He couldn't wrestle with though. He was only able to show up as a guest.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate he can't wrestle. But you know what? Listen.
Well, he was not signed to wrestle in the beginning.
Oh, like he never agreed to actually wrestle. He just wanted to show up.
Yeah, he was going to be on the podcast, and he was just going to be there for meet and greets and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was doing it mainly as a favor to Jericho. Like that is the thing he was talking about. If you actually listen to the last 2 podcasts he had, he talked about how the whole thing got set up and started and stuff like that. He actually went into full detail and everything.
So that's Talk of Jericho?
Yeah, Talk of Jericho on Wednesday.
Okay. So you said the past 2 weeks, Talk of Jericho. Check that out. That information. Okay. Cool. Did they say were they gonna put up the cruise or no?
Were they put up?
Yeah. Like to see. They're not gonna. I don't think they have like the feed, do they?
It should be on the Fight Network, on the Fight app.
Oh shit! They're really gonna.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you may see it on like Watch Wrestling Live, or some shit like that.
Wow. Okay. That's actually really cool. Nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's bad information. But anyway, make sure you check out our YouTubes and SoundClouds and whatnot. And I think that's about it for this week.
Yes.
Like I said, follow us, but also follow the Jenkins.
Yes, sandwiches.
Sandwiches all day long.
And have a happy Halloween.
Maybe there's a sandwich inside of your pumpkin this year. Make sure you check your jack-o'-lantern. You don't want to find a rotten sandwich in there. All right, sure.
Peace.